For good or ill, there is no doubt that social media has become a staple in our world, with almost everyone having some form of online account. But what are the effects of social media on mental health? This is a question that has been debated for many years, and there is still no real clear answer. However, there are several studies that have looked at the effects of social media in different age groups. In this blog post, we're going to take a cursory look at some of those effects of social media in children, adults, and families. In children, social media can have both positive and negative effects. On the positive side, social media can help children connect with friends and family members who live far away. It can also be a great way for children to express themselves creatively. However, as you well know, there are also some negatives associated with social media use in children. For example, too much screen time can lead to problems with concentration and attention span, as well as issues related to anxiety and depression. Additionally, social media can be a breeding ground for cyberbullying, peer pressure, and low self-esteem. The same is true for adults. Social media can have both positive and negative effects. Again, on the positive side, social media can help people stay connected with friends and family members. It can also be a great way for people to find information and connect with others who share their interests. But social media addiction is also a concern among adult users. According to one study, heavy social media users are more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety than those who do not use social media as often. Additionally, excessive Facebook usage has been linked to a decrease in self-esteem and body image satisfaction. As for families, excessive social media use can create significant problems. In the extreme cases, there have been young parents who have become so obsessed with their social media feeds that they've neglected their own children. This is certainly the extreme, but regularly in our own practice with kids, we hear of parents who set very different rules of phone usage for themselves than they do with their children. Mom and dad may require that the kids not bring their phones to the table when it's time for dinner, but then bring their own phones to the table. The old do as I say, not as I do trick. If you're concerned about you, your families, or your child's social media usage, there are several things you can do to limit the problem. Here are a few tips. First, set screen time limits. Decide how much time each day is allowed to be spent on social media, and then stick to it. Create rules for using social media. Establish rules for how social media should be used. For example, no phone at the dinner table, and make sure everyone in the family follows the rule. Disable your notifications. Turn them off so that you aren't constantly getting pinged every time someone posts something new. Monitor your usage. Keep track of how much time you spend on social media each day and week, and see if there are any patterns of overuse. Talk to your kids about social media. Talk to them about the dangers of cyberbullying and why it's important to use social media responsibly. Let it be a conversation in your home. The bottom line is that we still need more research to understand the full effects of social media on mental health. However, what we do know is that social media can be both good and bad for our mental well-being. By following these tips, you can help limit family social media addiction and ensure that everyone in the household is using social media in a healthy way. If you or your family could benefit from healthier social media boundaries, a conversation with a mental health provider may prove helpful. If you'd like to talk to one of the therapists at Cedar Tree Counseling, feel free to reach out. We're here to help.